Nobody likes being poor in RuneScape, and if you're like me, it can be extremely hard to make GP as a noob. On a completely fresh account and as a completely new player, oftentimes it can seem like having that multi-million GP stack is just simply unobtainable. Well, I'm here to tell you that that's not the truth, and here's some low-level moneymakers that you guys can use to build up that massive cash stack that you've always wanted. I hope you enjoy the video. Our first method is going to be enchanting jade amulets. This is an extremely low requirement money-making method that I've been wanting to share with you guys, requiring only 27 magic and a little bit of GP to be able to buy jade amulets and the necessary runes in the beginning of this process. Now you may be wondering why these jade amulets command so much value, and that's because they are turned into amulets of chemistry, which are actually pretty useful because they give you a 5% chance to turn a 3-dose potion into a 4-dose potion. Now the best part about this, with peak efficiency, you'll be making about 500k per hour and totaling about 60,000 magic XP per hour. So not only does this next method take place in the wilderness, but usually the lower combat level you are, the better it is, making this a great moneymaker for low level players. The only requirement for this that I would recommend is 50 plus range, so you can use the magic short bow and have the magic short bow spec. This method is going to be PKing black Chinchompa hunters in the deep wilderness. So since this is in the deep wilderness, obviously you're going to need to be aware of the risk that you're bringing in, so don't bring anything that you're not willing to lose because you will be skulled. There's a lot of low level bots here between level 7 to 15 that if you are a low level account, you can quickly take out with a magic short bow spec. As you can see in the clip here, you can bring as much or as little risk as you want. I chose to bring a decent amount, but you can make this method what you want, and that's truly the great part about this method. Our next method is something some of you may already be familiar with, and that is going to be the blast furnace. So you have access to this at level 30, but it really isn't worth doing it until level 60. There's a set flat GP fee that you'll pay hourly, but your profits will heavily outweigh this. Simply join one of the dedicated blast furnace worlds, and this will always be running. This is an expedited service that makes you smith your bars almost immediately. We are going to be smithing steel bars as they are always needed for cannonballs, and therefore there's always a demand. The only requirements for this are 60 smithing, completion of the giant dwarf quest, ice gloves, a coal bag, and a little bit of GP to get started for the service fee. It's important to note that you will need to buy some iron and coal ore for this, as well as stamina potions. When you are all set and running this efficiently, you stand to make anywhere from 400 to 600k per hour and a whopping 95k smithing XP per hour. Before we go ahead and move further into the video, if you guys have been enjoying the content lately, it would mean a lot if you would consider subscribing. I've been working hard to grind out some videos lately, and it seems like things are only going up from here. I can't believe we're already over 300 subscribers, and it really is an honor to be able to do this for you guys, and you subscribing really helps out immensely and makes this a possibility for me, so thank you. This next method is awesome because there's literally just one requirement, and that's to have a small starting cash stack. This method is going to be grinding unicorn horns. There's always profit to be made here because you don't gain any experience from doing this, so a lot of players just buy the pre-made dust. This leaves the opportunity for you to make the dust and make a profit accordingly. Again, this is a very easy, low intensity method that has almost no requirements, so if you do lack the GP for this, consider using one of the previously mentioned methods to build up a small cash stack, and then trying this method. Depending on the current market value and your own efficiency, you'll make anywhere between 300k to 1 million GP per hour using this method. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks. Peace out.